So reports are now out that the U.S. Soccer Federation is trying to shoehorn in this new position into the federation structure, some sort of general manager role, which will oversee the national team operations, who knows what else. And it's really raising a lot of questions about why this position has been put into place. With the election looming in February, is this a play to ensure that real power within the Federation is not touched by a potential reform president-elect in February? The questions of why are really not being asked by our U.S. soccer media, and it's not a surprise because, of course, the entire U.S. soccer media is beholden to U.S. Soccer, MLS, Soccer United marketing wishes because they hold a monopoly on the marketplace. And of course, it's enabled by the U.S. Soccer Governing Federation allowing itself to be essentially controlled by a private company, MLS Sum. So how bad is the corruption in U.S. soccer? And while I am all for reforming what we have now, preserving our current federation, I understand that there may come a point where we realize that this situation is beyond repair. The tentacles of this private MLS Sum company are too entangled in our governing soccer federation. And remember this, we must remember that power belongs to the people in American soccer in regards to our governing soccer federation. Just like our government in America, the U.S. Soccer Governing Federation is supposed to represent the wishes of the American people, the American soccer constituency. So if it's not doing its job of representing all people in America, then we need to reform it, which we are doing now, as we are seeing that clearly the interests of private companies and certain individuals are trumping the interests of all people and the interests of equality and opportunity for all demographics in American soccer. So as much as, even if they want to try to rig the U.S. Soccer Federation to not be representative of the people, ultimately the people have the ultimate say. It's a governing body which is meant for all, and when the people decide that they want to stand up and take their federation back or take their soccer back, they will get it back. And we're at a point now where people as a whole are starting to stand up and realize that, hey, we need to clear out this corruption, we need to take our federation back and install people who will fight for us, who will represent us. So you're seeing that happen here over the last couple of years, over the last few months. The tide is really turning in American soccer, where in the past people didn't care about what was going on or didn't know what was going on. They are now becoming informed, and they are upset, and they are taking action. When the people unite behind one common voice, when they stand up, things happen, and you are seeing that now with the U.S. Soccer Federation. We will have a new U.S. soccer president coming in February. The question is, how much impact can they have in their new presidential role? So if we can't clean the U.S. Soccer Federation or reform it, then what's the other option? Well, if this one's too sold out to MLS and Sum, we can found a new U.S. Soccer Federation. So if we get to a point where it's irredeemable, then we'll set up a new federation. We'll get clubs and individuals together and say, hey, sign on with this new treaty of clubs, and we're going to go petition FIFA and say, hey, we have a U.S. Soccer Federation that's only representing the interests of one company. We want to start a federation that aligns with your mandate of merit-based open competition to all. Remove your sanctioning from the USSF Federation and give it to our new USA Soccer Federation, and there you go. All of a sudden, USSF becomes obsolete because all of its authority is granted by FIFA's recognition. So either we reform the current U.S. Soccer Federation or we start a new U.S. Soccer Federation. It remains to be seen which route will ultimately be taken. Right now, we want to try to reform the U.S. Soccer Federation. We think we can with a new U.S. Soccer president, but if we hit too many roadblocks, we will create a new federation. The ultimate goal here is to open the American soccer market 100%. No compromises whatsoever. Look at 99% of the world, they use the same 100% open system. Yes, there is corruption, and it's not always perfect, and there may be club collapses, but ultimately, this is the best way to do things by far. The American way is the open market way. So that's what promotion relegation USA Soccer is all about. Not just greatness from a sporting perspective, but also inclusion and opportunity from a sporting or from a economic and sporting or economic and social perspective as well. So if you like this video, make sure to share it out all across social media and also subscribe right here to my channel. And I'll talk to you soon.